What if life has no grand meaning, no divine purpose, no cosmic reason behind your existence? Would that terrify you or set you free? Welcome to Absurdism, a philosophy that stares into the meaninglessness of life and says, live anyway. In this video, we'll explore the strange and powerful world of absurdism, why Albert Camus believed the struggle itself gives life value, and how this perspective could transform your mental peace. Chapter 1. What is absurdism? Absurdism is not about chaos or nonsense. It's a serious philosophical stance that deals with a deep contradiction. On one hand, human beings desperately seek meaning. On the other, the universe appears silent, random, and indifferent. That gap between our search and the universe's silence is what Camus called the absurd. Absurdism doesn't say life is bad. It says life is absurd because we crave answers in a world that doesn't provide any. So the question is, what do we do in the face of that absurdity? Chapter 2. Meet Albert Camus. Albert Camus was a French philosopher, novelist, and journalist, often mistaken for an existentialist, but very much his own voice. He lived through war, oppression, and personal loss, and yet he refused both despair and blind faith. His philosophy wasn't about explaining life. It was about honoring the experience of living, even when it doesn't make sense. He asked a brutal but honest question in his famous book, The Myth of Sisyphus. There is only one really serious philosophical question, and that is suicide. Because if life has no inherent meaning, why not end it? But Camus didn't stop there. Chapter 3. The Absurd Hero. Camus introduces the image of Sisyphus, a figure from Greek mythology condemned to roll a boulder up a hill forever, only for it to roll back down every time. A pointless task, eternal frustration, no reward. Camus says, that's us. We wake up, work, struggle, try, fail, repeat. We keep asking the universe for meaning, and it says nothing. But then Camus delivers the twist. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Why? Because the moment we accept the absurd, we become free. We are no longer waiting for life to be something other than what it is. We can stop searching for meaning and start creating it. Chapter 4. The three responses to the absurd. Camus outlines three main responses people have to the absurd. 1. Suicide. The tragic response, escaping life because it seems meaningless. But Camus rejects this. He sees it as confessing life isn't worth facing, which he calls philosophically inconsistent. 2. Philosophical leap, faith. Some people take a leap of faith into religion or ideology, hoping for answers. Camus respected this, but called it philosophical suicide. You escape the absurd by pretending it doesn't exist. 3. Revolt. This is Camus' answer. Don't escape, don't deny, rebel. Live fully in the face of absurdity. Keep pushing the boulder with eyes open and head high. This is the absurd hero, someone who chooses to live passionately without illusions. Chapter 5. Absurdism versus existentialism versus nihilism. Let's clarify how absurdism differs from its philosophical cousins. Existentialism believes life has no meaning, but you can create your own purpose. It's more individualistic and optimistic in that way. Think Sartre, Kierkegaard, de Beauvoir. Nihilism believes life has no meaning and nothing matters, often leads to despair or apathy. Absurdism agrees that life has no inherent meaning, but insists we can live joyfully and freely in that truth. It's less about fixing the problem and more about dancing with it. Absurdism isn't about hopelessness. It's about living honestly and courageously. Chapter 6. What does this mean for us? Absurdism teaches us that you don't need the universe's permission to live meaningfully. You don't need everything to make sense to feel joy. You can live passionately, even if the outcome is uncertain. It shifts the question from, what is the purpose of life? To, how do I want to live knowing that life has no guaranteed purpose? This mindset can be profoundly liberating. You stop obsessing over finding your destiny. You stop fearing failure because there's no cosmic scoreboard. You start focusing on what you can control, your attitude, your actions, and your experience. Camus would say, live with the absurd. Don't run from it, dance with it. Chapter 7. Absurdism and Mental Health. Absurdism is often misunderstood as dark or depressing, but many find it mentally freeing, especially in an anxious, pressure-filled world. In a society obsessed with achievement, legacy, and productivity, absurdism reminds us that you don't have to earn your right to exist. You don't need to prove anything to the universe. You can let go of the pressure to figure everything out. By accepting that life might be meaningless, we create room to focus on what brings us peace, laughter, and connection without needing it to be cosmic. It doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care more about the present moment and less about illusions. So what if life is absurd? That doesn't mean it's not beautiful. That doesn't mean you can't love, laugh, create, connect, or cry. In fact, it means you can do all those things more freely, because you're no longer waiting for a higher meaning to give you permission. You are the meaning. You are the Sisyphus who smiles. Thanks for watching Know Now_my, where we bring timeless philosophy to modern minds. If this video made you think, even just a little, drop a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more philosophical deep dives. Until next time, embrace the absurd and keep pushing the boulder.